being here tonight. I'm so grateful to see so many of you here. And it's a really fun and exciting year. I can't believe it gets bigger every year. It's funny to me that Bob characterized our staff as a family, because that's what I would like to talk with you about tonight. I think that all of us here recognize the importance of family, whatever that might look like for you. So we certainly strive in all of our cases to strengthen families so that our kids, our clients, are provided for and taken care of and loved. So many of our cases are marred with anger and conflict that our kids are just trying to put together a little piece of mom and a little piece of dad, just enough pieces together so that they feel that sense of security that a family brings, at least in my mind. I'm very fortunate to have a wonderful family. My husband, Brian, and he's here tonight, and my kids, my mom, my sisters and brothers, my sister and sister-in-law are also here tonight. They love me and they support me in anything that I want to do. And I have a fitness family, I train her well, and my innovative friends at Innovative. And I have a CLC family like Bob said. October, speaking of loyalty, October marked my 15th year as the executive director. I don't like change, so I don't expect to leave anytime soon. I'm sorry. But there are a lot of hard things about this job and about the work. And we agonize over the cases that we work on. We talk through the options and scenarios, and we investigate and we research, and we really try to come up with recommendations that will allow our kids to thrive, to find them that sense of family, the love and support that comes from being a part of a family. And we get so many cases where the parents are so limited by mental illness or drugs or alcoholism that they're simply incapable of safely caring for their kids. And we try to help those parents address their issues so that they can be real parents to their kids. And maybe the kids can just be kids. Sean and Lisa have been married for 7 years. They have 3 children. When we were appointed the guardian ad litem for those children, they were 8, 7, and 5. 2 boys and a little girl. Throughout the marriage, Mom was the sensible one. She worked, she paid the bills, she helped with homework, she enforced bedtime. Dad was the fun one. He worked sporadically, there was lots of drinking and late nights, and when he was home, he would encourage the kids to break the rules. Just this one time, let's skip homework and play video games. Just this one time, let's stay up a little later. What did it matter? He didn't have to get them up for school the next day. Lisa had enough, and she filed for divorce. And Sean was devastated. Lisa was exhausted, and the children were lost. And when they separated, the kids spent a lot of time with their dad, but they lived primarily with their mom. And as the divorce went forward, Sean and Lisa stopped talking and relied primarily on their lawyers to communicate. Branda was the attorney who was assigned the guardian ad litem. It was her job, it was Branda's job to assess the family, identify the issues, and try to work out a parenting plan that would work best for those 3 kids. She met with the parents. Sean was convinced Lisa was trying to take the kids away. Lisa was sure Sean would get custody because the kids enjoyed being with him so much. She's the disciplinarian. She's the one who gets things done. The one who makes sure they eat right, they go to bed early, and he's going to get custody. And their envy turned to mistrust, and their mistrust turned to hatred. And there's these 3 kids. And they tell Randa how much they love their mom and how much they adore their dad, but they better not say so in front of the other parent. And so after one weekend, when the kids were returned home to Lisa's late, Lisa called Randa to complain. She was furious that the kids were late and so tired that Monday morning they were late for school, and that was going to make her look bad. And she wanted it on the record that it wasn't her fault. The people who deal with these families know exactly what I'm talking about. She lamented about all the fun the kids had with their dad, and Randa listened as Lisa finished, and she cried. They love him so much, and he just can't take care of him. You need to get him to change. We've all heard that too, right? And so Randa replied, how would I go about doing that? And what has worked for you? Nothing. So Lisa, all you can do is be a good parent and be a good co-parent, and you can't control what he does. And so Randa called Sean to talk about setting limits and making sure the kids are home on time and ready for school with homework done. And as he told Randa all the fun things they did over the weekend, he blurted out, "She's such a great mom. They love her so much. What can I do? I can't help with the homework. I have so little time. I have to have fun with them, or they won't want to come and see me. She's gonna win them, and I'm gonna have nothing." And Randa reassured both Lisa and Sean that neither one of them was going to win the kids, or more importantly, lose them. She spent a lot of time listening to both parents and talking to them about the things that they could do to be good parents and good co-parents. Maybe if Lisa knew how scared Sean was, and if Sean knew how frustrated Lisa was, things might change. And little by little, things got better. And report cards were coming out, and they actually agreed that they were going to go to the parent-teacher conference together. The kids are struggling on Mondays. Who's surprised? Afterwards, they talked, and they made a plan that the kids would come back earlier on Sundays, but Sean would stay for dinner. So it looked like they were working things out. But before you knew it, the holidays were upon us, and the motions were filed. Who would get the kids for Thanksgiving? Who's getting the weekend? Who gets Christmas? Who gets Christmas vacation? And Randa spent a lot of time refocusing Sean and Lisa on what's going to work best for their kids. Remember how much you love them. Remember how much they love each parent. And they worked out an agreement. And things quieted down, and the weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas were eerily quiet. And you have to understand, these parents really relied on Randa a lot, and they weren't calling, and it was really weird. And 1 week before Christmas, Dad called. He told Randa that he would like the kids to stay with their mom for Christmas. He had lost his job. He couldn't afford to buy them any Christmas gifts. So Randa called the mom, and without saying why, she explained that she was going to get to keep the kids for Christmas. And the mom happily agreed that she would have them for the holiday. And it was so sad for the dad. We worried about him. He had some addiction issues, and holidays can be so difficult, and Sean's sobriety was so tenuous that he would really be challenged now in his sobriety. Christmas night, Sean left a message on Randa's voicemail. And you have to understand that voicemails in our office go to our email, and our emails go to our cell phones. And the sickness that comes with being a GAL is that we're going to listen to those messages, even if it's Christmas night. And so, bracing for the worst, Randa listened to the message. Mom had called Dad on Christmas night and invited him over for breakfast. He didn't want to go. He was really embarrassed, and he admitted to the mom that he had lost his job and had no gifts. But she talked him into it. For the kids, they'd be so happy to see him. It would be a great surprise. And so he went early Christmas morning, and when the kids got up, they were so surprised and happy to see him there. And as they opened the gifts, they found gifts under the tree from their dad. And Lisa had relabeled some of the Christmas gifts to be from him. And she gave them the best gifts, the big ones. And Sean was such a hero in the eyes of his kids. And Lisa became such a hero to Sean. And although they weren't ever going to live together again, on that Christmas morning and every day after, they were a family again. They did it. They put their fears aside, they put their pride aside, and they became a family again. I don't think there's anything more important to a person than family is. Sorry. You know, they come in all shapes and sizes. You know that they come in all shapes and sizes and kinds. anyone who has ever come to the Children's Law Center knows this to be true, that we are a family. We love each other and we support each other, especially when times get tough. So as I sat at my desk in front of a blank computer screen to write this speech, I thought about this staff and this board and the volunteers and so many of you here tonight who provide so much support to us and make it possible for us to do our work. So that's what we've become. I can look out at all of you and say to you that you are my family, and I am so grateful to have all of you in my life. I want to thank you for coming here tonight, and thank you for being part of the Children's Law Center's family.